too shabby.
Mike? Yes, we are live. Welcome everyone to another
Conversation with the leaves.
conversation with the Lees. How you doing? How is your Sunday? How has your day been? Um, we have had a good day. Mommy wasn't in the kitchen today.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
I did my famous stew peas. Is it me? I say, yeah, not the one that I did when I was a little boy. This one is far better. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to everyone. Welcome to all our subscribers. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing if you're watching the video for the first time. And for those of you who are our subscribers, long time founding members, I would call you, please remember to share the video, share the link to all your friends and those you know who are not yet subscribers. Um, we are welcoming everyone. Yeah, you know,
Yeah. We are welcoming everyone.
right. So you see the topic. We're going to be looking at some relationship rules, and then we'll look at basically what the reality is. Give me 1 second. Oops.
This lighting looks a little dull, 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 dull. It looks dull. Yes, so if it is your first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't stay a first timer.
Yeah, come back again. Right. So yes, I just gotta get me wrong because I sweat very hard.
Yeah, the lighting though, it's
Yeah.
dull.
All right. So we're here tonight. As we encourage you when you come onto the live, you can just click the like icon and that will register you. We call it class that will register because but in this class it's not just we lecturing, it's interactive. So if you have any questions, if you want to share a viewpoint, please go. We have a live chat on so you can of course uh, make your views be known and we'll interact and respond to what you have to say, right? So tonight, anything of significance we need to mention?
Just that
Um,
how much time I've been
okay.
here.
Well, yeah, just as a little kind of perk, we got a notification from YouTube that we have gone over 1,000 watch hours. Not bad
So
at all.
thank you, our
So
faithful viewers.
we are slowly getting there, but we will get there. So because of your consistent viewing, it has indicated to us that we have gone over 1,000 watch hours. We actually need four.
Three more,
We need
three
three more
more thousand.
thousand. Right. But all we're doing, we put it in the work. Making sure that you guys,
Welcome, Carlene. Good night.
hi
Good night.
Carlene, good night. Yes. But putting in the work, ensuring that the content that we're giving out is something that you guys enjoy, you guys want to share. And the more you enjoy, the more you share, the more we get other subscribers to come on. And the main real aim of it is to really encourage persons, especially those who are married, those who are planning on getting married, those who are married and going through some stuff
Are in a serious
in a
relationship.
serious relationship. We just want to play our part. I remember we were saying the other day that we could use this channel to preach or to, you know, but we believe that like the body has many parts. This is all a part that we do.
And
Yes.
also, to as we were saying that, we have come across some beautiful people, beautiful couples,
Yes.
and there are some people who, we have realized that sometimes some simple little things
Yes.
cause them to be separated or to sever their relationship. And we look and say, "Wow, what a shame!" Because it could have worked.
Because we would have been through over the 20 years, we'd have been through some stuff ourselves, and God be praised, we are still here, we're still together, and so we believe that there's a little niche that is there that we can fill a little gap to give real talk, to give realistic talk, so persons can also listen, man. Don't you don't have to throw the towel.
Yeah.
You
And what
can
they're going through is not really peculiar.
not
Others are
peculiar.
going through it.
Exactly.
So it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It means that first of all, accept what you're going through
Mm-hmm.
and see which best way how to fix it.
Right.
You don't have to run, leave it, and say, "Oh, it's the worst thing ever. Why this is happening to me?" It's not. What you call it?
The end of it
The
all.
end of it
Yeah.
all.
And so this is a little forum where people can come and get different viewpoints
Hmm.
and be encouraged, and of course they can share it with their friends and so forth. So as I say, as they come on, feel free to like the live and of course share your comments, share your views. So tonight we want to look at 15 ways to keep a relationship working. Now we are going to look at them and give our views, and we expand on them. You also are allowed to chime in and say your bits, and of course, we'll have that interactive conversation. So the first one, of course, I think is a no-brainer. It says, love each other.
Love each other.
If you never love each other in person, why would you get married, don't you?
That is true, but there are some people where they think they love each other
Hmm.
until it's really tested.
And
Because
then
love will be tested. And some people have their own definition of love in the sense that
I love you until
yeah,
something
I beautiful. I
happen.
love you until you step on my wrong side or my corn, as Jamaicans say, and
Mhm.
do something that I don't like. You know,
Yeah. And well, so Michelle is right because sometimes I guess some people the love comes with a limit.
it's a limit.
Yeah. All right. So for us though we are saying it's a given. Love each other. And the love, as Michelle said, love is out. Love will be tested, and when love is tested, it has to be proven. And when it's proven, then you know, say, all right, you genuinely have love for each other. Yes.
And love is not only a feeling; it's a
Yeah.
decision.
It's not a feeling.
It's a decision made.
Yeah.
Don't depend on the chemistry that you feel or the lightning that you feel to say you're in love. Because trust me, there will be time coming ahead where you don't feel the lightning. You understand? But you have to make that decision. Look on who the person is, how the relationship is built up. What is it
Hmm.
about the person that makes you want to be about him or her?
Yeah.
And you make a decision whether or not, because we will step on each other's corn.
Yeah.
We will offend each other. The Bible says, woe unto who offends,
Who brings
who
offense?
bring
But I
offense.
think it's a
But it
different
said
scenario
offense.
here.
Yeah, but in a sense, offense will come. The point
Offense
I'm
will
trying
come.
to make is that offense will come. But we just have to make sure that we respect each other through time.
That's right, Carly. Love is tested sometimes. Most definitely.
Beautiful, that's true.
The second one says, don't lie.
Ah,
Don't lie. So
yeah.
we say this is saying to build a good relationship, don't lie in the
Don't
relationship.
lie.
It's
That
a
is
no
true.
brainer.
It's a no-brainer, but nevertheless, over time, when people become comfortable and they feel like as the years are months, but people feel more comfortable with each other, they feel that okay, this not gonna hurt him, man. This not gonna hurt her. I mean, I
Mm.
say, oh, him no must know, but
But
that's the checkup you can
I think,
set
but
up.
the only thing about it is this: I have been in a situation where I might make a bad decision, and I feel if I tell you, tell you the full truth, it doesn't hurt you that bad. So why give you that hurt? Just
The
keep it to
truth
myself.
is, over time, we learn
Yeah,
that it hurt more when the person
find
finds
out
out from a
otherwise.
different source other than the person that they should find out from. It hurts more. And by then, maybe it's something that could have dealt with
Hmm.
and we would have been long past it. But because of the lie that was told, it turned into a big mountain, which
Yeah,
didn't have to be. And then
yeah.
it's a heartache and a headache for everyone. So, and it makes the relationship becomes rocky.
So the longer the lie, the heavier the burden
Yeah,
to deal with it if when it comes out.
it comes out, and a lie is a lie.
Mm.
I mean, there are some lies that people may tell you where the person may it's a
It's
easy, it's
harmless.
harmless. They just get over it and it says see you, but it builds a reasonable doubt. Nevertheless, in other situations that need not to be. And there are
Okay.
some lies now
Mm.
that tears apart
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
But a lie is
Broke
a
it down.
lie. Because once you start to tell lie, you cannot control how big it will get.
But the question then though, I think should the relationship be so open and so calm that the person can know say you're to make a mistake and can come to you and tell you straight up say, oh, I did this instead of thinking of lying. Is that lying? Like they will come in like, I know you're supposed. You can go and tell him or tell her as it is.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
like you just make it comfortable for us to be honest with each other. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Make it comfortable to be honest with each other.
With each other.
Yeah, I
And
mean, something may rub you differently than some, but at least you still feel comfortable come and tell the person.
yeah, until I mean, how I look at it, I can remember when I was a child, and as I said, was saying to you the other day,
Mm-hmm.
what caused me to be so transparent? No, I remember telling a lie as a child. I was 5 years old, and I forget it,
And stick with her.
and I told a lie. But what I did not realize was that my mother already know the truth. My mother know the truth, but I stick to the lie because me I say no, me never do it, no, me never, until the evidence was there, and then now in being disciplined, it draw down a large crowd, and I never
Yeah,
forget.
because our parents in our time,
Back in the day, deal
discipline
with those
children.
things. I was so embarrassed. All my friends and everything, even when we wasn't friends, just a crowd within itself. I felt so embarrassed, and
Hmm.
I promised myself as a child that I will never, never do it again. Until this day, sometimes I think that I'm too honest and too transparent with certain things. But I have no regret being that way because it's less headache.
So don't lie.
Don't lie, whatever it is.
Number three, keep communication open. I think that's what we're alluding to. The
Yeah,
first part when we say make it be so comfortable that your spouse can feel comfortable to
comfortable.
come into you and telling you what the situation
Yes,
is.
and it's like for those who are parents, it's you will know this because you have maybe a child or children, and everything, mommy, so and so, so and mommy, so and so and so, and you notice over time if you should rush, if you have more one children, you'll see the difference. You rush that child, and everything you could, what you do? What is it now? You find out that
The
that's why I
child
want
become reserved.
reserve and don't want to tell you. So versus you may know how to deal with the situation at a different time and say, no, come on, you can tell me anything, and you're slow to speak but quick to hear.
Hmm.
And those are some of the little things that you foster, even carrying over within a relationship. You learn over time that what, I think it's best if I hold my mouth, keep how I feel and pause and listen, hear out what the situation is, and then you can move forward and deal with it. And then over time, it becomes much comfortable
Hmm.
for the person to speak to you and tell you just about anything. And even in those situations where you feel comfortable most times, you know, sometimes we label what we should really say from what we shouldn't say. But remember, this is your significant other. At the end of the day, if you're in trouble or any problem, no matter how much you hide it, and then you have to reach for
Hmm.
when it all blows up and hit the fan. You have to reach back for the individual to say, you know, I mean, I know you're gonna be upset, but so and so and so. But so spare yourself the headache and just put it out there from day one, because that's how trust is built. If you have somebody and you cannot tell them just about anything and forced to tell a lie, that is a problem within itself.
And that's why you have to have an open communication so people can either party can feel comfortable for the say, this is what happened and this is what happened or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. So keep communication open. Stick number four, stay sweet. I asked Michelle what that means. She gave me. What was your response again?
Stay sweet. What it means to me in my
Yeah.
relationship is to be affectionate.
Okay.
Being affectionate and be accommodating to your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Be lovey-dovey then, a lack of a better word. And you
Keep the
find keep
spice.
you understand,
Yeah.
make create an atmosphere wherein your significant other wants to be around you.
Definitely.
Don't lose
That is
that
important.
friendship.
Yeah. I think that I would agree with that. Yeah. Stay sweet. Meaning all of what attracted you to him or her, stay sweet that way.
Stay sweet.
Um, if you learn new stuff, still stay sweet. Whatever things you can use to enhance
Hmm.
what you have,
And to be
just stay
playful. Be playful.
and be playful. Stay sweet.
And for
Cause
all who love flirt, flirt with a significant other. That's what it really is.
so you
People may
flirt with the
say,
significant other.
that's what I was going to say. You'll have some person to say how you flirt with a significant other. There are times when you're in open spaces
Mm-hmm.
and you're socializing with others, and you find it, well, well, for me, I find accommodating that I'll do something to get you. You will do it too, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I know you're
Okay.
asking. I don't know if you don't know because you're asking me the question.
Okay.
Like sometimes we're at maybe a little get together with other friends. Sometimes it may be a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it may be very well church, and you know depends. Sometimes if certain thing was set before you left your home or what have you.
Because something was said.
I mean, if we were like
Worshiping before God.
good, if
So,
you were
and the worshiper attack is that. Hallelujah.
if we're basically fooling around with each other before you go to church or wherever, sometimes you're in the sanctuary. I mean, this is your partner. And yes, you're at church, your mind is on the Lord and everything, but we're made up of flesh and we're made up of spirit. And you are on the podium most of the time, and
Mm-hmm.
especially mostly in the earlier stage, there will be times wherein you will have a sign where you move over your nose. Are you I'm
It's
a,
basically a secret sign that
it's just,
says that only she will understand metal.
right, so
And
it's like you're sending a signal to say you love each other, or you
remember this
enjoyed
and
what happened in the morning or what have you, but you don't. It's called, I see it as flirting because you don't live there. You do it and you move on. Because in church and I was spending all day, I do all of that nevertheless, because you go to church for a reason or
mm-hmm.
wherever. So it leads to good time. It's worse if it's a wedding. It's worse if it's a wedding, because it kind of bring back certain emotions,
Yeah.
and you remember now you have to behave yourself properly because you're in public. So you're not gonna be like and carry on. But I mean, you have little ways in which you can set the atmosphere before you do reach out your home. And I call it flirting. So nobody else really picks it up and you don't plant it in people's face. You understand? But you are being the, the same thing you have there. You're
Yeah. Being sweet
being sweet
or
to each
staying
other,
sweet.
staying sweet. So you don't find out. And in doing that, it really do eliminate the atmosphere to be miserable and always fussing with each other.
Yeah. So you find ways and reasons to just make much of each other and
Yeah,
or just be nice to each other. Yeah. Stay
nice.
sweet. Next one is when you get hurt, just forgive and forget. I tend to believe that
I believe that.
because the longer you hold on to the hurt, is the more hurt you feel.
And resentment.
And resentment builds, and when resentment builds, um, you can be in the house but not in the house, meaning
Yeah,
separation. You may not even be physically separated, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
yeah.
you are separated.
And for all the persons who say, I will forgive him and I will forgive her, but I won't
Forget
forget,
you're
you
hurting
are
yourself.
destroying your relationship. Because if you bear records, and bearing records don't only mean to literally write in a book or a
No.
notebook, it means that you write it down in your mind that, look,
Hmm.
you hurt me so bad, but you know what? May forgive you, but I'll never forget. You're still holding on. You make room somewhere within your mind and your heart that, you know what? I cover it up. We're kind of all right now, so we cover it up.
Hmm.
But I can guarantee you, if you don't learn to forget it, the least little disagreement you have, you are going to pick up back that old hurt. You remember the time that you did this, and it me forget, me forgive you, but I don't see that as genuine forgiveness, because you did store it somewhere for a later date. Whether you
Consciously
realize
deleted it.
consciously do it or not, you passively do it.
Uh-huh.
People passively do that, wherein me put it on the back of my mind for now. You may not say that, but that's what it really is.
Yeah.
And because you didn't really deal with it and forgive and forget, you find out that, and that is where I think where even some men say ladies are confusing, because maybe they very well feel they get past that, but as soon as there's a disagreement or some hurt, they dust off the old ones. All
Mhm.
right, 29th of June into me this, September 1st. November 1, whatever. We, the thing is, we have to be deliberate in our relationship, because if you don't do that, if you don't be deliberate in what you want, you understand how you really want it to be, and take into consideration the best interest of both party,
Hmm.
some real things are going to happen to us. And the truth is, life is really going to happen either way, whether we're ready for it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Life is going to happen, and our relationships are going to be tested. So the key thing is that, are you really ready for it? Or were you prepared? And we cannot be too prepared, but it's best to be deliberate and take note of the things that we really can have under control, and what we don't want, and try just to replace them. That
So
makes a
so
difference.
forgiving and forgetting, it can only only help the relationship. If you don't forgive, if you forgive or you don't forget, you're setting up yourself. If you forget, I don't think you can forget and don't forgive, because it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So it only, and in all things, yeah, the relationship, for the relationship to work, you have to find what is best to make it work. And if forgiving and forgetting makes it work, well, that's what you have to do. Yes, yeah. Number 6, never talk about breakups. You know
Yeah.
that sometimes in relationship, people, break up several times before them decide that they're going to, be together. I don't know. Is it in my mind, to talk about breakup is, unless it is a positive analysis, but if it's about remembering the hurt and remembering what they go on and remember why they break up
It's
and
like the
remember,
song, so we
yeah, it's
break
like,
up to make up, and
but that's
some,
a good, but that's a, well,
in a
I
sense,
try to make.
coming for, I don't remember the thing about the breakup,
I
the
remember, I remember I
breakup.
thought in my head, no, no,
You
no.
do have some persons
Yeah,
who do that.
basically that song was just saying break up the makeup and it's a game for food, so nobody continue doing it, basically.
Exactly. So, but nevertheless, it happens to some people. 'Cause
Yeah,
everybody doesn't. We all don't just fit neatly in a nice little
everybody have
package and
different
remain there.
experiences.
Everybody have different experiences, because we're living beings and
Hmm.
life happen.
Yeah.
So, the makeup and breakup, if that is your situation, or you find yourself in such a situation, when you do get back together, pay attention not to keep throwing it in each other's face. You remember the last time when we break up and this happened and that happened? Yes,
It's a
and
waste
we.
of
It's
time.
a waste of time and energy. It's like you,
It's a
you
waste of
hurt
time.
each other, but you're
all
hurting
all
yourself.
over again.
You're hurting yourself all over again.
All over
You
again.
understand? So, yes, you go through stuff, but the truth is, remember that the mind is a secret place of a human being.
Hmm.
And you could be very well be looking at your significant other, and you throw everything, and then, yeah, we did break up this and this, I mean, I'll forgive you, and you know, you get past a little hurdle with that, and you're back together. As far as I'm concerned, things are okay. But the person who feel as if things are being dumped in their face and what they have done, remember, the mind is a secret corner of us all. We have our own secret corner. You really cannot read mind, and you cannot tell what is there. And you may just very well have one person just feel as if, I made a problem, I made a problem, I made a problem, him send me the problem, she sent me the problem, and it mash up people mental space. It mash
Hmm.
them up, because they can be there, they may very well just be like a shell, a ox. And you say, boy, from other day was sweet and everything all right.
No,
So how him dry up, so
no
how she dry
connection.
up, so there's no connection. The person is just there. I may feel like the person, you see, he might cheat on me because I'm not affectionate no more. He might even look on me no matter what me do. Him just ram bam, jam bam, and I eat that. And it's like me just there exist as somebody else him have. Not all the time. Sad to say, not all the time. But the wear and tear, of the person with, okay, things been flinging back within the
Hmm.
face and all of that. Over time, the person is going to feel like, them are valuable to you.
and
You're not
and
important to you.
and if it is that
So you shut
if
down.
it is that the I mean, the breakups will only bring negative vibes. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because it must be that for you to come and decide and say, go and be together. It must be that find something significant to hold on to and say, "Look, this is why we're together." Then leave what is in the
Yeah,
past. Leave it in the past. Yes?
yeah.
Number 7, never say it's okay when it's not. Oof. The ladies have I think ladies have a serious problem with that. Ladies have a serious problem with saying that it's okay. You sure?
Men
Yeah, man,
too.
it's okay.
I think it's both
No, no,
gender.
no. Well, if I put a percentage on it, maybe it's a women are like 70%. They will say it more than man.
I don't know that if
Like you
that's a
ask,
fair,
all right, 60%. I'm not going any
but
lower.
that's a 50-50.
No. Here what I will say though. Most of the time when a man I find when a man seriously upset about something my talking man. A lady now, something happen and
Some
I
men, not
ask.
all.
I ask, well, fair enough. But you ask, yeah, right, yeah, man, it's okay. Or can I put if I put this, it's okay. Most of the time, people tell lie themselves because especially to my court, I'm saying it's okay.
Even when it's
And
not,
when
you have a
and
point, but
when
it's not only in courtship. I think even in long-lasting relationships.
no that you want to tell after 20 years, you tell me say something is okay, I know it okay. Like
For
in
that
terms of like putting
moment,
something no.
I mean, maybe not on a normal basis,
Okay.
fairness, but true.
Mm.
But I think what some ladies do, because I find myself do that
Me
sometimes,
know.
and I
I
know that's
know.
why you're. But the truth is, I think sometimes, and that
Yeah,
can be
what
a
goes in the head
problem
why you
too.
say why
Well, we,
when
we did have conversation about this and we did get to it, but I'm gonna be transparent. Yeah, I think that with that, like if a lady feel like, you know what, if I should just tell him what really wrong right here, right now, it may be just take a
spur an
lot of
argument.
energy and argument what me not really want. And before long, if you keep saying it's okay, you will blow up like a shake of Pepsi.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I remember we had this problem too, and we sat down and we were talking, and you said, you need to understand, Michelle, if it's not okay, say it's not okay. Because if you tell me it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
You
I'm done.
understand? So it's a true life experience. And after fact, it's something that needs to be stopped because before long, you say you're not okay. You say you're okay when you're not okay. And like I said earlier, it's spilled over
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
it need not to be.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So from a true life experience, if it's not okay,
Say it's not.
say it's not okay. If you don't want to talk about it there and then, babe, it's not
Indicate.
okay,
Yeah.
but we'll talk about it
Yeah,
another
man.
time.
Yeah, man. Because
That's fine.
and that's the part I want to say and emphasize. And for those if you just come on, please indicate who you are. It is quite okay to
When people
say
don't
to
jump up.
the internet problem. It is quite okay to say that it is not. Why? Because you're giving the person an opportunity to really hear what you really or you really feel.
Right.
And once a person hear how you feel, the person can say, all right, definitively, this is how you feel about something. I mean fix it or we not do it again or whatever the case may be. You understand me? So if you're not okay, say no
It's not
okay.
okay.
So we're just coming out for those who are here. We're looking at the 15 ways to keep a relationship working. Right? And we're looking at the rules and yeah, you saw the topic, but we're going to demystify something. So stay with us. Um, Number 8 says, "Forget about pride."
Yeah. It doesn't mean that you should walk around without pride. No, that's not what we're saying. Forget about pride is that if you're in a low situation or you feel low about something, step up and said, be honest
Hmm.
and said, hon, so and so and so and so is happening to me and you're not the problem. But I find myself maybe feeling short
Hmm.
in certain areas. And, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do to feel better about myself, about this or what have you on. How can I fix it? And your significant other should be able to direct you in the path of help,
And when I
without judging.
say for example, and everything everybody know. So if you say for example she pronounce a word wrong, I mean I'm not gonna like yeah you that or whatever. No matter say babe, no man is so it's and your pride must be put aside and say, oh, thanks. Rather
Yeah.
than rather than rather than well so me know it or
As some you know it, and
whatever.
you're going like you know everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should not be too big to be corrected, because, all right, I'm a person. Let me read, and there's
She read
some
far more
words.
she read more than I read.
There's some words that you don't use every day, and this is just one scenario. It's
Yeah.
not really about me either,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just to bring out what we're trying to say across, so people can. Cause people have diverse,
Human
yeah,
situations.
right.
Yeah.
And if, you know, in the spur of the moment, maybe we're watching news, maybe it's not news, maybe it's something else, we see a clip of something. I'm say, baby, you hear about this the other day, so and so and so. And I may very well know the word, but I've never really used the word before. So I have never spelled the word before. So I may call a word and you may say, you mean so and so. I'm so what did I say? And Karen said, you say so. I'm say, really? I'm say, oh my God. I'm say, all right, thank you. Me not feel offended I know where to me a dictionary. Me don't know everything. And we move right along.
Yeah.
However, we know that there are different situations.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes it has to be both party.
Mm-hmm.
You, as we were saying earlier, you have to create the atmosphere where your significant other feel free
Yeah.
to be themselves.
Yeah.
So in helping each other, in helping the next person, you help yourself and you help a
Mm-hmm.
relationship.
And then now the thing gets so free and comfortable that pride don't have
Mm-hmm.
no place.
Exactly.
You understand me? I say, and
And
you know the person have your back and the other person back. So pride don't really
yeah,
have no
and
place there.
another
So
side to it again, we have to bear in mind that if we plan to be to with each other till we are old, if the Lord tarries and
mm-hmm.
bless us with
Mm-hmm.
such a
Long life.
life, long life, somebody will have to be strong enough. Maybe we don't know who is going to be weak at some point that they cannot help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So the quicker you know these things and accept these things and get over yourself and your pride with each other, and know that
Better it is.
one day I may have to wipe your butt very well.
Oh Jesus.
Look, my mind is geared. I don't know
No,
where your mind is.
I mean it is
Your
what it
mind is,
is.
but it is what I find myself as I get more mature. That the faster you come to grip with what life is, what it takes, and what it's going to take to go to the other mile, the better it is for you. Now, I know that when we say put away our pride, it no means there are certain things where you still have to be mindful of,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody, like we're saying, everybody headspace or maturity don't hit at the same time.
Yeah, and
You don't,
different
and
upbringings and
different
things.
so we have to help each other, so you don't
Yeah,
want to unveil everything and gross out each other. You
true that.
understand? Because you know that one party sometime may find certain things gross, while other parties may just come out of the bottom and scratch them bottom with their man or whatever down, and say no, and you may just have to say, babe, really? Whichever party.
Mm.
Really? And the person will say, what? You know, some but before. But so it have to do with, as we spoke that about the other way, take your time and reveal the layers.
Yeah,
So we not means if you just bust it open quick and you know same headspace and then enough to deal with all of that, and but we're telling you the tips, the
yeah,
best, some of the best way in which to
yeah.
build and to save your relationship. We
One,
don't know it all,
yeah.
but what work we will share.
Number nine, if you say sorry, mean it.
Hmm. Hallelujah.
This one's solid.
Hmm.
You understand? If you say sorry, it's a no brainer. If you say sorry, mean it. Um, for those who are subscribers to our channel and watch our videos, you know Michelle will say she not say sorry till she feel it.
You should mean that. It's
And I
no
gather
joke.
what she mean is that she won't say it and she mean it, but
And it don't
you
mean
know,
it should take you 6 months and some days. You know? It don't mean
yeah.
it should really take you 6 months and some
But just be
days.
genuine about it when
But
you
be
do say it.
genuine
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
And for people out there where may have that is like me who really can't say it because I cannot, the truth is I cannot pretend.
to be sorry.
No, I cannot pretend. Like if I just like, oh, if I'm like, okay. and you ask me, and I said, I'm okay. You know right away that I'm not okay because I cannot hide it.
So though your lips will say something, your body language will say
Right.
something else.
So I believe that saying that you're sorry, it should come from a true place of repentance, and that you're going to stand by it. You're going to do all in your powers, really not to do it again. It don't mean that you won't fall short, but you should really mean it. And with you meaning it, because it's genuine, it's so the person should see that it's so.
Yeah.
They should see that it's so. The energy, if you go to say you're sorry and pretend say you're sorry, it's too much.
And
It takes
especially if you're in
too
a
much.
relationship, come on, man, stop wasting each other
Yeah,
time.
and even if you are not sorry, nevertheless, we should be respectful and take the other person, as you always say, we have to take each other's
Feelings
feelings
into
into
consideration.
consideration. So even though at the time I may not really see where I go wrong, and it's not all the time, it's about maybe
Yeah,
at
different
different
cases. Yeah,
cases. If I really don't see that, you understand, at the time, it's a well, I honestly don't see or honestly don't, you know, believe that this is wrong. But however, I didn't mean to offend you. At
yeah.
least you're being honest. 'Cause if you mean to offend the person, though, you can't say, mean to offend the person, I didn't mean to offend
Yeah,
the
because if you're
person.
upset, you're upset. Yes, I mean,
You
stuff will happen.
understand?
Yeah.
But at
When
the
you do say
end,
sorry,
when you do say it, you got to
yeah,
mean it.
got
And it's
to.
not a game.
And it has to,
It's
and
not
when
a
you say
game,
mean
man.
it, all of us can, and the longer in a relationship, the more you can connect. So if somebody say sorry about something, you can tell if they really
Yeah.
mean it.
And it's
Yeah.
about learning to even respecting others. We learn to control
Mm-hmm.
ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? You know that the spoon is shine. This yesterday the spoon was shine, but your significant other never said the spoon when it was shine because him see it today and the spoon rusty. You were there yesterday when you saw it shine. And the person said, "Oh, you gonna tell me that the spoon was shine? I just can't see it. I can't see." And the person could very well not see how the spoon was shine because it's just one day and a spoon is rusty.
And probably is a replacement spoon.
Exactly.
My rusty spoon
You
was
understand?
placed there instead.
And then people see things differently, different scenarios happening. So what's the perfect for me, the perfect reaction now? And I say no. Well, the perfect
These
reaction,
sessions are good, guys.
the perfect reaction now
Mm-hmm.
would be is that okay, I understand that you're seeing it now that it's rusty. You understand? But I'm sure that yes, I saw it, being shiny yesterday. So you know what? I understand that you may not see it and see it my way because you're seeing what you see, I see what I see.
Mm-hmm.
So let us just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let us leave it alone. You understand? And very well, if you take a good approach and you walk away from it, do you know that it doesn't matter how long it takes, if it was a misunderstanding where the spoon was misplaced or somebody dropped it there, what have you, it will be revealed? And
Eventually.
eventually. And
Eventually.
when it's revealed eventually, you feel much better knowing that you walk or do what? Agree to disagree. Cause
Mm-hmm.
something go on, but we're no magician. We can't see the future and we don't can if we can't read if you didn't see it in the past, you can't say you see that you didn't see it. So we have to learn how and I say now we have to learn how to say take a different look on life and on things.
Yeah,
Be-
yeah, it's a different approach.
a different approach because
And you live and you learn,
you
no?
live and you
You
learn
live and
because
you learn.
sometimes you fight so much for where you know your hard point, but where you know is not really law.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's two different mind.
true.
And you can have one picture and everybody sees it in how many different ways the amount of
The
person
interpretation thereof.
interpretation
Yeah,
of it. So these things we even learn in school too.
yeah,
But we forget because we study papers with them, sometimes we don't carry them over in our everyday life.
yeah.
And it's about paying attention and being deliberate. And I wouldn't say my philosophy, but I've come to learn that we all don't have to make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
Because
We
if
can
somebody
learn.
went down the road and
Learn from
find out
somebody.
that if you drive straight you fall off a cliff, and enough person can tell us a turn back or there is a cliff. Sometimes it's good to just say, you know what? I
Yeah.
have nothing to lose. Let me turn around and go my way. You know, if
True.
you go find out it's a cliff and then you're going right over there. Everybody don't have to go through the
The
same thing.
same
For
experience.
some will always experience it first,
True.
basically.
So what we're addressing is, if you say sorry, you must mean it.
Mean it.
Right? Number 10, don't compare your past with your present. Makes sense. I think that's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I've expounded.
Yeah, because in
Don't
you
compare
wanna
your
go?
past with your present, because it can own. If you're going to do an analysis, make sure it's a comparison for the better, not a
Mm.
comparison that says,
Just
you
slapping
know,
somebody in the
whatever,
face.
because you can just be destroying what is current in your life.
Right.
So make no
You know?
comparisons. Just don't say. And I've come to accept this and realize this so beautifully, that people come into your life for a time, and not everybody comes to stay.
Yeah.
Some people come and you learn from, and there's something that I learned also, that nobody is your friend, but everybody is your teacher. So take what you learn from being with this person, from walking with this person, from having this conversation with this person. Learn what you can learn, because everybody will teach you something. And if you think about it like that, you don't have any hurt and no bad no bad feelings about anybody. Why? Because all you have analyzed and say, this person taught me something. So what you do, take what you learn from them and move forward. So don't make
Yeah.
the comparison.
And
Yeah.
with that too, don't compare past to the present. There's a big elephant in the room that a lot of people can identify with, some
Mm,
people can't. You know, you may find out whether it's from the male or the female. My mother taught me this, and my mother do it like this.
mm,
And I need my breakfast to be made the way my mother used to make it, with the amount of sugar, salt, pepper.
yeah.
Eggs must be baked.
I'm
This
so glad I'm gonna say so.
Yeah, me give God and big up yourself, Jen. Big up
Yes,
yourself.
yes.
Everybody don't have it, but you know, I had friends, God bless souls and all of those things, who go through those things, wherein, you know, the mother-in-law syndrome. And you don't have to be married to go through a mother-in-law syndrome, because you have some ladies out there, them love them son gone to bed till death do us part.
Mm,
And while nothing may be wrong with that, because love is a good thing, sometimes I would want to say some mothers are obsessed. The Bible said, when a man and a woman, you take a woman and you call her own, and you leave your parents and you cleave together at one.
mm,
Some parents, especially mothers, the fathers seem to have it done part of them. Said, I met the man go on, I met the girl go on, and my man, oh man, but the mother's like, hey, I'm my son.
yeah.
And I
And
used to
become
do
clingy.
this for him, and you have, that's the way it must be done for him. And who are you to do this to us? It's a journey.
You know, we have to do a talk about the mother-in-law or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let me not go too
We
deep,
got to do a talk about the
you
mother-in-law.
know. So, yes, that's
Yeah.
true. And you have sons will have to know, sir, be respectful to your mom, but you have to draw
Yeah.
lines
Cut it
and
at some
stop
point.
comparing. Boy, so my mother used to wash my shirt, them and what thing and this, that, and it's like some woman, they have a machine and they can't really use it, and
Hmm.
different little things. Come, my mother. There's no
And
lady want to keep on here about your mother.
as it relates to past relationships, as we say, do not compare them, because if you're moving forward and you find somebody you're with now and you're genuinely in love or whatever, the, if you, in my mind, you will think back, but don't make the comparison to say, boy, he had this or she had that, and you not have this. No, because you're wasting time again. I think it's a waste of time.
Exactly. Every minute you
You
run
understand
gonna
me?
mommy because you get a little headache and you're not helping the situation. If you and your significant ever have a little disagreement, you can't take this now, a headache, and you're gonna mommy. You think mommy not glad say you come because you prove mommy right. You prove mommy that you
Whereas
made
if
a
mommy
big
never like
mistake.
her.
And worse if mommy never like her. So don't
Yeah,
hurt your relationship. Learn to cleave together, as the Bible
and
said.
leave the past in the
In the
past.
past, Carney said something.
Yeah, she was just, well, she just made a comment. She was saying, you guys taught us how to
Thanks,
stick together.
Carlene.
That's
Thanks.
all right, Colleen.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
that we were able to help.
That's the aim too.
God be praised.
You know.
Number 11 says, don't talk about your exes. There's a word behind in front of this part, but when I say, it
I think the person was
says,
frustrated when
this
they
so like
wrote
let me
that.
tell what the person said. Don't talk about your stupid exes.
And we are
Yeah,
quoting,
we're just this is a
not our
quotation, not
words.
all words. You understand me? But again, it come back to comparisons. You understand me? Don't talk about the ex because the truth is again, as I was alluding to a while ago, talking about your past situations and whatever, or persons that you've had experiences with, it only this would only sound like you got angry or you're upset with the ex. We call them stupid. When really and truly, you should be just thanking God that you survived that relationship and also okay, whatever you learned from them, you can use it to shape your future going forward with this with the person you're currently with. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're married, of course, everybody again have different experiences. So though you may be married now, you might have had one or two exes in the past or whatever. 'Cause not everybody was born Christian. Not everybody got saved. Not everybody do the same dream that we had, right? And we're just talking generally about relationships,
Yeah.
right? So you may have stuff in the past. The truth of the matter is, leave it alone.
Yeah, but as
Just see,
we
just see that. Sorry,
sorry,
just see it as a lesson learned,
and
um,
stepping
and
stone.
moving
But
forward.
however, as we were saying last week about something that came up, if you know that you have a
Mm-hmm.
situation or you have been hurt in a particular by X, if it can help your present relationship, you should bring it to the fair front in the sense that you're giving knowledge.
Okay.
You're giving knowledge that you
Well,
can, so
you're not start
basically,
nothing.
right. So
Right.
you can mention X in situation wherein is to give knowledge
Mm-hmm.
to the present relationship, but it should never be that you're using the past failure with exes to
To cramp your style
compare
now.
and crumple or tear down the
Yeah.
present
Yeah.
spouse, because you have to be meticulous with that.
Yeah.
The mere fact that you're bringing it up, you have to be meticulous, because there are some men who have no tolerance. No one here, that was the past, leave it out there, don't bring it in here, and another. So according to your situation,
Yeah.
use wisdom.
Yeah. So don't talk about the ex unless it's a,
Relevant.
a learning moment or something that is going to use to endorse something that you already have. Yeah. That's our view. Um, give and take. There has to be a give and take process. You understand me? It is called compromise. This person uses these words, give and take. But it's really and truly compromise. So as much as you're willing to give, be willing to
So be
take.
reciprocal.
You
And
understand what I'm
again,
saying?
love within itself,
Yeah.
in agape
It en-
love.
it en- it encompasses that.
Yes,
Yeah.
reciprocal, to reciprocate is a must.
Yeah.
And it goes, you cannot say you love and you don't reciprocate.
Hmm.
That it doesn't work like that.
And trust me, we could stay on that
For a
forever.
night.
You understand me?
No.
Because it is one of those things where we find for me, we find it that it's amazing how you're in a relationship and not willing to give and take.
Exactly. It
You
don't
understand me?
make sense.
Nobody not perfect. You have to learn to give and take. All right. Next one. Number 13 says, beware of his or her feeling. That is like super vital. Super, super vital. Whenever you're in a relationship, if you really mean to stay in a relationship, if you really mean the person good, you have to consider the person's feelings. And it have to be both ways. You understand me? I say? Sometimes for example, if I know say I love KFC, right? And even me I buy lunch for myself, but I carry it home. Me not just buy when you want. As simple as it may sound, you may buy something that if we carry it home, she may want a piece of it. As simple as that sound. But
And
those simple things transcend
send
into
into
bigger
bigger
things.
things. So you look, remember, you didn't bond with your spouse or your significant other. You didn't.
Hmm.
You come together to be one.
Yeah.
For two human beings to be one, it is not as easy as baking a cake.
Yeah.
It means that there are things that have to be removed and be replaced with what is needed. It's like you're cleaning house. Even if the person grew up in a church like
Hmm.
we did,
Yeah.
even if we didn't have any true relationship like we did,
Hmm.
we do.
Hmm. You know,
Did or whatever. Yeah, we did
yeah.
coming together,
Right.
right? it still have to be house cleaning.
Yeah.
You understand? Because what was I made up of being alone all by myself? What was I so comfortable with that now it has to be removed for something else to replace it? And what is it that I need to keep so
Mm-hmm.
it can enhance?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
For too long, you have person coming together and it's all about, yeah, big. We have big weddings, or even if you're not married, boy, my girl and mine look good and look hot, and mine, and you own it up. But once you, even if you're in a relationship and you don't live under the same roof, there are certain tests that is not going to come your way. Certain tests won't come your way because you're still under the kind of hit and go and sweet and pleasure, and you're still on the sweets. You're still on the sweet part of
Yes,
your
in a
relationship.
get no bitters.
You know, reach the bitters yet, and bitter is needed. Bitters is good for the, just like we're good for the body and the soul.
Yeah.
It good for the relationship. So what about now when you're living together, and we have videos
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
these
Yeah. Yeah.
things, but you cannot talk about certain things and don't touch about, right? So what about when you're coming together now? You understand what was happening within this house, this body? Pleasure you keep and enjoy yourself and everything. Whenever nobody think about me, worry about me, myself, and I. And now, oh my God, the butterflies! I see somebody I like him, he likes me, and yeah, we're coming together to be one. How long that's gonna like? It's called being on cloud nine, and you will be there for a period of time, whether it be months or years. But there comes a time where everybody drop right back. Gravity bring me right back to earth, and now we have to live through situation and find out who is Cornell, find out who is Michelle. Cause we have to stare each other in the face every day. So those little things that needed cobweb that we never see because we were too busy having fun and enjoy the little feeling and what have you. Those no step aside. Now it's cleaning time, sweep out. So you never know, say you could have get angry like that. You understand? So why me if always think where you come and tell you what I want to do before I do it? I like my freedom. I speak. I answer to myself. I'm my own big woman. You don't belong to yourself
Hmm.
like that anymore. So now you have to think about the other person. Me going out with my friends and having fun and everything and coming anytime I want, and stay up late on the phone and talk to my friends, whether them single or them what have you. And you know is he or she going to like that? Is he or she feeling some sort of way because other people are taking the time now that should be invested? So there are multiple different things. You understand? So what we have to start doing now is not that you're in a prison, no, but you have to be cognizant of the other person. How would he or she feel if so and so and so? What can I do to pull back a little? You understand? So it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really affect so and so. So as Corner said, which is true, it start from thinking about each other. I wonder if she eat it. And matter of fact, you don't have to live under the same roof to start developing concern for each other. I wonder if everything I don't hear from him or her from morning. I wonder,
Mm-hmm.
those so it build over in other things. Because before long you have people getting married and being in serious relationship and feel like them are them own big person same way. Me hear people say it too.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah.
own big man, me own big woman, me not answer to him, me not answer to her.
That is
That's
that is that is
disrespectful.
that sounds
It's
kind of stupid.
disrespectful. It's disrespectful. And before long, when you start respecting each other anyway, you understand, and caring about each other, that's where you start to become one. You start to become one, and that's when you realize, no, if you hurt him, you hurt yourself. And it should be reciprocal because you are thinking of each other.
Yeah.
And that is
So
where even being a good parent come from.
yeah, we don't want to stretch it. So the truth is, being mindful of each other's feelings
Yeah.
is important. You don't take and you don't take each other for granted. Yes, I mean, if something affects me, she's supposed to take it serious. If something affects her, I'm supposed to take it serious. Why? Because we are from two different backgrounds, yes, but we all may have different things dealing with emotionally. So if it affects me, then take note and work on that. All right. Number 14 says, when you had a fight, don't let the day pass. When you have a fight, don't let the day pass. So, in other words, don't let the sun go down upon your wrath.
And fight here don't mean thump up each other because
No,
that
it means a
that's on the
quarrel or
order.
a disagreement. We don't facilitate the physical abuse. Yes, we say no to that. But when you have a disagreement, that's what it basically represents, a fight. Um, don't make the sun go down on your wrath. That
Mm.
is the perfect way, but sometimes it not
You
go so.
need the time to.
Because sometimes assessment takes a little longer.
That's true,
Putting it
but we do
politically
find it
correct,
though to be true. Don't
you know,
don't we do. You find
assessment takes a little longer. I mean, not everybody, um, you know, is willing to do that postmortem immediately.
yeah,
So sometimes you have to just, give it time, give it
but it's
time.
best.
But in our experience, it is best if you can, that when you have a little disagreement, don't go a bed vex. But the truth is, we have gone to our bed
Well, we have done it
vex
before, so
multiple
we can
times.
speak on it. If it
Yeah.
and we have
So
been
you
in
make the comparison.
situation wherein we do talk about it for hours still before day,
Mm,
and it leads to sweet things, and so
true, true.
I
Because
think it's more profitable to talk about
to
it
talk
and do
about it,
about it. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
When
Um,
you go to your bed and you start think all kind of nonsense. So even the
I
next
probably have
morning.
a nightmare too. Yeah.
So,
Hi Tamara, how going?
tomorrow.
Good to have you. Number 15. And if you just come, you have to watch the entire thing again, because we are looking at 15 ways to keep a relationship working, and we're at number 15. So if you just come, hush.
Welcome,
Um,
nevertheless.
don't be the perfect one, be the right one. That is like beautifully said. Because perfection is subjective, meaning what is perfection for somebody is going to be perfection for the other person.
Hmm.
But if you have decided to be with this person, just be the right one.
Okay.
Meaning, learn what you need to learn. Jesus himself said, the scripture rather said that we have to learn Christ. So before we were not walking in the path, now that we walk in the path, we have to now learn of Christ. And Christ teaches us how to walk in his way. So the same in a relationship. You're with somebody now, it is important to spend time to know the person, to understand the person. That way you're not necessarily going to be the perfect one, but the right one. And you being the right one automatically makes you the perfect one. Why? Because you spend the time to know what your spouse wants, to know what your significant other appreciates, and henceforth you make them feel the way they want to feel, and it is reciprocated. Okay.
Because it cannot be faked. It has to
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
process that you learn through
Hmm. Hmm. So Tamara
tomorrow.
says she's from St. Thomas. Yeah, man, I think you told us that you moved to St. Thomas.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good, good, good. Happy to
Big
know.
up St. Thomas in the house tonight.
Yes. So these were the 15. These were 15, and I gather we could find more. And
Yeah.
so you can always give the ones you
Put your
remember, put your
input.
input in it,
Yeah.
right? But these 15, we took them out because we not only relate to them, but we also can use them to help along the path and in the process of those who are getting married and who are considering getting married. And if
Yeah.
you're in a relationship already, and it's kind of rocky, we think that these 15 rules also, if you take them into consideration, it can help you a long way. Yes? Anything else you have to say?
No, because
All
it's
right.
you said it.
So we just want to say again, thank you guys for the support. And of course, if you know persons who are in need of this type of information, we have seen our subscription gone up a little bit more, and so we want to reach 1,000 subscribers with your help, and of course, we know that whatever information that we are given, once we get your response, we can know that, okay, it is helping. And thus far, we have heard a lot of persons give us some good comments, and we just want to stay on that path and do our best to make our little contribution to life's journey. right? But until another live, until we post another video, we are saying God bless and see you on the other side.
Good night.
Blessings, blessings.